Vinícius Güler and Arda Güler lit up the Santiago Bernabeu last night as Real Madrid secured a convincing win over Mallorca. The Brazilian star and the Turkish diamond stole the spotlight, while Kylian Mbappe had a frustrating night with 3 big chances, 2 of his goals ruled out for offside. Vinícius Güler shines again. Vinícius Güler was unstoppable on the left wing, scoring, dribbling, and creating chaos. It was a night where Vini once again proved he is Real Madrid's most decisive weapon. Arda Güler, the star boy. Arda Güler produced one of his best games yet. His vision, creativity, and his assist for Vinícius were pure class. At just 20 years old, fans already call him the Diamond of Madrid. He even found the net himself. But the goal was disallowed after a handball in the build-up. Still, his impact was undeniable. Mbappe's difficult night. Kylian Mbappe had a mixed evening. He put the ball in the net twice, but both were ruled out for offside. He also missed another big chance that could have sealed the game earlier. Despite the frustration, his movement stretched Mallorca's defense and created the space Vinícius and Güler used to shine. Álvaro Carreras saves the day. Another key moment came from Álvaro Carreras. With the score still close, he cleared a shot off the line, denying Mallorca what could have been a turning point in the match. That defensive action was as valuable as a goal and ensured Madrid stayed in control. Madrid's overall control. In the bigger picture, Real Madrid didn't even need to force the rhythm too much. They managed the game with patience and authority, choosing when to accelerate and when to slow down. By the end of the night, Madrid had scored 5 goals in total, but only 2 counted. The others ruled out for offsides and the handball incident. Even so, their dominance was never in doubt. Now, before we wrap up, let's take a look at what the experts and analysts had to say about this match.
Moments, Vinny's great. First 30 minutes as well, and towards the rest of the second half as well, when he was making appearances. Not really doing much. Not really. And it just begs a question, like, when we face the big boys, when we face a bigger team, what's going to happen? Like, we're facing Sociedad away from home when we come back from the international break. We have 9 points. Great. 9 points. We're now just literally at the top going with Barcelona. Villarreal obviously is playing everything. But we need to be making statements week in, week out. We need to be a team that's going to be ready to smash someone like Mallorca, like 4-5-1. Yes, we got 2 disallowed goals. And the second one I'm not too sure about. First one was offside, obviously. Trent, little ball over. A lot of people in the chat were saying it wasn't offside. So we just need to literally look at it like this. This game here is a big test. Mallorca always poses problems. We saw it last year, first game of the season. And then they always looked a threat on the wings. The wing backs were really consistently pushing the front end of the pitch. They were trying to overload a certain size. Trent got outdone a few times here, leaving too much gap in behind, and that sometimes is a problem. When we are playing a team with really high pushed wing backs, we need to sit a little bit deeper, like meet them head on, press more coherently, more with more authority essentially. And there was one constant in the game. Let me tell you something. One constant was Tchouaméni. Yeah, he was a consistent, really good player in the match. Really good. And this here is a player in the backbone of the team. Our best player on the pitch is Tchouaméni, consistently making defensive heading clearances consistently, and it gives us more solidity in the back. When Tchouaméni drops into the defensive line as well, he creates that. He's just really, really solid. So the corner they swung in as well, I don't know where were the marking on that. The marking was absolutely horrendous. We need to do better on that, because we're going to have teams in the Champions League. Obviously, we've seen the lineup now. We've seen the lineup, a few tough matches, and it's going to give us a bit more of food for thought. What we're going to do in set pieces, when we're going to defend these, what's going to happen, and we really need to be a bit more solid there. But overall, like, the match had glimpses and spell where Real Madrid were really good, like 1-2 inside the box. And that's what I want to see more risk-taking, more incisive passing, more direct. And we need to be a team that's ready to take on Europe. We need to be a team that's ready to take on Barcelona when we come back from the international break. And it gives us more opportunity to now just say, okay, we're going to make a stamp on La Liga here. La Liga's our bread and butter. We need to be winning this. We need to be winning La Liga. Yeah?
Games. And I learned a little bit, but I also came away with it with a lot of questions as well too. They've beaten Mallorca today 2-1, and it's really a game of two halves, honestly, because the first half I think Madrid for the most part were pretty dominant. 2 disallowed goals, 2 goals on top of that. I think the best football we've seen Vinícius play over a game, I would say, for a minute now. And then the second half, I don't know if complacency just kind of slipped in, or Mallorca really took a foothold of the game, or Madrid, I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I'd probably lean towards the former, because whenever I do watch Madrid, it does feel like they have that air of complacency that can always creep in, because I don't know, I think sometimes they just think like, because we're Madrid, we should just be able to see ourselves over the game. But I don't know, man, this game was a weird one. This game was a really weird one. I want to say what I liked first and foremost. The wing-back duo, the full-back duo that Real Madrid employ is ridiculous. Trent and Alvaro Carreras. Okay, Trent, we know him very, very well. One of the world's best right backs. For my money, the best right back when everyone is fit, when everyone is firing, because I just think the things that he can do with football, there isn't a fullback out there that can also replicate it. His passing range is outrageous. His vision is outrageous. His way to pass is outrageous. He's just a wonderful footballer playing at right back. However, today, on top of the fact that we got to see his crosses and his passes and his switches, that's always going to be there. I think he took the dropping to Carvajal the other week personally, because you saw as well too, he really took the defensive side of the game very, very seriously. And I think with Trent, that's always the thing that we always highlight, right? We always highlight a player's weaknesses rather than maybe looking at what they can do, look at what they can't do. But this game really showcased that when Trent really locks in, and I've always thought this, but when Trent really locks in and focuses, there's no reason why he can't be a good fullback. It's not like he's not strong, he's not athletic, he's not quick. He is all of that stuff. I feel like it's a focus issue with Trent more time. But you saw today, clearances, blocks, tackles, off the line. There was one where Mallorca from the right put up a ball into the box, and all Mallorca needed to do was tap it in, and Trent was first there to clear it away. Really.
This game could have gone a hell of a lot better if this first goal goes in, as Kylian Mbappe gets a beautiful, beautiful long ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold. We might be saying too, I saw the conflicting reports saying Dani Carvajal was going to be starting. No. Don't listen to any of that. Don't listen to any of that stuff. Trent Alexander-Arnold gets in today. Beautiful ball to Kylian Mbappe too. But Kylian Mbappe, I was asking to see the replay, and they showed it, and I think he was this far, that far. Offsides too. I don't even know if he was offsides, to be honest with you, but Kylian Mbappe gets the ball, perfect ball from him, puts it in the back of the net. Unfortunately, ruled offsides. That is 1 of 3 today that gets called back for Real Madrid. It's kind of how it was going today. And you know the thing too? I had a bad feeling after that too. It kind of seemed to took the vibe out of the arena too. And unfortunately, Mallorca, they capitalized on their opportunity. They were on the counterattack. They were doing good too. And one of the things that we still need to be better at, we sucked at it last season, and hopefully we don't suck at it this season, is set pieces. Because I told you in the preview, I said, look out for this guy. If I say his name wrong, oh well, I won't say it again for a while. Mariki gets on the board for Mallorca, put it 1-0. It's a header from a corner kick from Mallorca too. And I'm not liking this. I am not. The hate watchers are enjoying the vibe. It is not a good vibe at my crib here. But unfortunately for them, we have better talent and we have better players too, because this time it is a perfect set piece by Real Madrid. It is a corner taken quickly. Alvaro Carreras then gets the ball, whips it into the box. The tower that is Dean Howson gets onto the back of the header, and Arda Güler, boom, puts it into the back of the net. And here's the thing. Arda Güler makes it 1-1, but I was tweeting out my thoughts too and saying, here's the thing with Arda Güler. He sucked in the beginning of this game. He really did suck. And here's the thing. If you guys have been watching this for a long time now, you know I love Arda Güler too. And I will call it how I see it. I have no agendas. I am not Vinny FC, Arda Güler FC. I am Real Madrid. That is who I am focused on too. But I call it like I see it. If you're not performing, I will call it out too. I was tweeting out my thoughts like I always do. So if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, what are we doing? Follow me on Twitter. But I was tweeting out my thoughts.
So here's the big question. Is this the beginning of a new attacking era for Real Madrid, led by Vinícius Jr. and Arda Güler, with Mbappe soon to explode? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Real Madrid coverage right here on Los Blancos Report. Hala Madrid!